Hello. This term, my work concerns summary. I have been exploring ways in which individuals summarize information from a text with the goal of training the neural net I have created to shorten the length of large documents and condense them down to only key details, facts, and figures, or what's important. Now, in my pilot study earlier this term, I interviewed a number of students and professors around PSU, asking them to summarize a portion of a story so I could attempt to model the way in which they complete the task. Broadly, this endeavor was a relative failure in that I was unable to make substantial progress teaching my little AI very much at all. However, it was through this process that I was able to gather summaries from participants for the system to analyze later, which ultimately proved far more valuable than the interviews themselves. My system works via a process of keyword extraction, which itself is not dissimilar from other summarization software available. My program differs in its use of artificial intelligence, which enables it to learn from summaries and texts provided to it over time. A more in-depth explanation of this process will be available on my website in the next few days as I roll out a publicly available test version of the program. What I propose to do for the next phase of this project is to interview a further 10 individuals and have my system analyze their work to provide it with more experience in summarization. As with my pilot study, I will again include a post-interview component where I will discuss the summaries created with each participant to model how they summarize information, which will enable my system to learn more effectively in order to generate more coherent summaries of its own. About this time, you are likely thinking, why? Why would anyone want this? Similar software, as I mentioned, does exist, a popular example being on Reddit, of all places, r/autotldr, which consists of a bot that automatically summarizes long posts, reducing them in size from 45 to 70%. This is an early inspiration for my project and addresses the phenomena of too long, didn't read. As far as ethical implications and recruitment go, I do not anticipate any major issues with sourcing participants and will continue to do so via Flyer. Nor am I particularly concerned with how they might engage with the task, as this has not been an issue thus far. However, I am careful to explain to participants their right to leave at any time and to not answer a particular question. Though, as I am primarily interested in the content of a participant's summary, and not the summarizer themselves, I have had few issues in this way, or in regards to ethics thus far in the project. Finally, in regards to scheduling and budgeting, I am asking for $1,000 to be spent around $100 a week over the course of 10 weeks. This will cover the cost of providing some sort of small reward to my participants for their participation, as well as transportation costs for the duration of the study. I felt no need to include a salary for myself as I was already developing this software prior to the conception of this project. So, any questions?